Hey guys, let's play a game of Shining in the Darkness. So this is the first game in the Shining series. It was released in 1991 for the Genesis, and it's actually a different kind of game than the Shining Force series. Shining Force was not the first game in the Shining Force series, Shining series, because Shining Force is actually more of a tactical RPG. Shining in the Darkness is more of a dungeon crawler. So yeah, there's different kinds of Shining games. Like there's action adventure ones like Shining Soul, I would consider like an action adventure, action RPG. Shining Wisdom is an action adventure. Then there's dungeon crawler games like Shining the Darkness and Shining the Holy Ark, and then Shining Force, which is more like tactical RPGs. So there's different kinds of games in the Shining series. But yeah, this is the very first one in the Shining series, and is quite different than Shining Force. So yes, I'm here to seek adventure. Okay. Let's put like a here. And yeah, Shining in the Darkness is pretty unique because it's pretty much the one of only 2 dungeon crawler games in the series. The only other one is Shining in the Holy Ark. So yeah, this one and Shining the Holy Ark are the only dungeon crawler games in this Shining series. My liege. Gonna rescue his daughter. Typical RPG stuff. Okay. Alright, time to go then. Okay, I guess, what's this one? It's the village, right? Alright, so it's not like a top-down interface, it's just like more of a first-person interface, which is pretty interesting. Enter. 200 gold. Bronze knife, wooden club, short sword. You can see that this is the interface that started it all. So this is the very first Shining game. This interface would be used in pretty much every other Shining game, as well as the Golden Sun series, which is also created by the same developer, Camelot. So yeah, let's. How do I check my inventory? What do I even have right now? Bronze knife. Woven robe is the only thing I have. Okay. Guess we'll go for the short sword. Spent my money on that. Whoops. Oh shit. Pressed the wrong button. Okay, let's see my status. I want to equip. There we go. Armor, here's the one. Let's check out the armor. Can't buy anything, but helm, shield, weapon, cotton robe, woven, yeah, hemp rope, okay, chainmail. Helm weapon. He actually sells weapons too. Oh, Iron Helm 3400. I don't have enough, unfortunately. Alchemist, let me buy my potions here. Herb, deep poison, angel feather, wisdom seed, angel fruit. Smelling salts. Okay, I'm gonna need one angel feather. Herb. I'll part with it. Poison, sure. I hate poison in games, so I guess it's just something like antidote or something like that is always very important because poison is one of the most annoying statuses in RPG games. What's a shrine? Tavern. I like how this is kind of like a first-person interface. I mean, it is a dungeon crawler, so of course it's going to be first-person, but it's cool that even this kind of stuff is first-person. Like I said, it's very different from every other Shining game, and this is the very first one, so it's interesting how the very first Shining game is actually quite different than every other one in the series. Okay. Alright, let's go to dungeon, I guess. This is dungeon. Alright, so yeah, this is the dungeon crawler, so it's actually very similar to the stuff you will see in Western 3D. The Western RPGs like Wizardry and Eye of the Beholder, Dungeon Master, those types of games. So it's very similar to that type of interface. Oh my god. Stupid slide. Search. And this is actually very fluid. For a game from 1991, this is a pretty early dungeon crawler, I'd say. Not the earliest, I mean Phantasy Star 1 was pretty early. The dungeons in Phantasy Star 1 are also from first-person perspective as well. And of course Dungeon Master is one of the grandfathers of dungeon crawlers. So yeah, I'd say like the first ones I've seen, the first dungeon crawler games I've seen are Phantasy Star 1 and Dungeon Master. Since the encounters are kind of random encounters in dungeons, so yeah, a lot of these dungeon crawler games have random encounters essentially. But yeah, it pisses me off when you first of all, dungeon crawlers, usually the dungeons are kind of a maze, so you gotta do like trial and error to find out which is a nice, great path. But then it's punishing, right? Because if you go into like a path that has a dead end, then basically you wasted your time, and also you gotta attack a whole bunch of guys in the process. So that really annoys me. Yeah, there we go. What is this? Oh yeah, Arcana, that's another one. I think Arcana came out after this, but yeah, Arcana is another cool dungeon crawler that was on Super Nintendo. I would probably say this is... Arcana is the more polished RPG, but this one is... I mean, given the fact that it was the first Shining game on Genesis, done pretty well, I think. Dark Jelly. Of course, you can see the evolution of this game in the Shining series when you play Shining in the Holy Ark on Saturn. Yeah, whereas the other Shining games, like Shining Wisdom is kind of its own thing. And then Shining Force 3 is, of course, the culmination of the Shining Force series. Man-ape. What makes it a man-ape? What the heck is that pit worm? It's a worm with eyes? How to find the princess. Pit worms. Oh no, it's a deep poison. No. I didn't mean to use that. Hold on, I need that herb. Oh my god. I was gonna use the herb. Shit. I was gonna use the herb, I used the deep poison by accident. Let's try again. Stupid cave slugs. Gotta remember that these guys always attack before I can use my items. So yeah, before I use the herb, I gotta have a little bit of health because they're gonna attack me before I get to use the herb, so. so I gotta remember. Basically, one or both of them can attack before I get to use the herb. So I gotta give myself a little bit of padding for the health. Unfortunately, these old school RPGs are kind of like that. Basically, even if you want to heal, you don't heal immediately. The monster still gets to attack you before you heal. So, yeah, it's very cheap, but that's how it is. Nice. God, literally one step. The thing about these dungeon crawler games is that, yeah, it's always a maze. You never know where to go. Bronze knife. Okay, that's better than my current weapon. Yeah, and it actually takes a long time to beat these kind of games because there's so much trial and error. You don't know where to go in the labyrinth. Every time you go in a wrong place, you take a wrong turn, you gotta face a whole bunch of enemies. Like, it's such a time suck. It's not like, even like traditional RPGs, it's like, okay, you go, it's random encounters, so if you go in some dungeon and stuff and you go like a long route and you can't find the right thing, it's, at least I think with those kind of games you can kind of find your way back. But these games is like, it's such a maze. It's such a maze, and if you go the wrong way, then you gotta face a whole bunch of enemies. And it's very easy to go the wrong way, because, yeah, everything looks the same. Because it's a dungeon, so everything looks, all the walls or whatever, they all look the same. So I think that's the problem with Dungeon Crawler games. I recognize that they're early 3D games, so that's really cool that they're early first-person perspective. That kind of stuff is cool, but I mean it adds to the immersion. The early first-person games like Dungeon Crawlers add to the immersion, but oh my god, just the maze. Like you don't have a map, you don't know where to go, and if you take the wrong turn, you're gonna get faced with so many of these dumb enemies. That's the annoying part about these Dungeon Crawlers. I don't know. Dark Bat, alright. Sure. Wow, 8 points of damage? Alright, I'm dead. These guys do 8 points of damage each. Alright, well, anyways, guys, this is Shining in the Darkness. Yeah, it's a dungeon crawler RPG. It's the first game in the Shining series, and it's quite different than the Shining Force series, I would say. And pretty much every other game in the Shining series is different from this one, except for Shining the Holy Ark, which is actually kind of similar. That's the only one. That's it, guys. Shining in the Darkness. I think it's an interesting pickup if you like early dungeon crawlers. This is good for historical reasons. So if you like either Beholder, Wizardry, Dungeon Master, Arcana, those types of games, you might like Shining in the Darkness. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.